Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel for another post review or final review. I have to get out of the habit of calling it post review. Just for the sole reason that I decided I wanted to call it final review and now I have to be consistent with it. Surprise! I guess you didn't expect to see this one so soon. I didn't either. But last week Thursday, while I was still on vacation, I actually was working on Adorn and I got quite a bit done of that as well. I guess, somewhere between the 30 and 35% mark done on this one. But I realized on Thursday that I didn't really want to do any diamond painting that day, and I thought, well, what are you going to do then? You have quite a few projects you could start on. You have a beaded cross stitch, you have cross stitch kits you haven't done yet, you could do cards. There's still one project for my grandmother on the docket I still haven't started, and I very well could have done that, but obviously I didn't, because then I remembered, hey, you've got these hydrangeas and you just unboxed them. I am going to link the unboxing somewhere up there, I believe. And if you're watching on a mobile device, I think you have somewhere close to the description box a linked card thingy. So I'm going to try to put it up there. I don't know yet how to do that, but people do it, so it can't be too hard, right? Yeah, famous final words. I'm going to try. But then I remembered this set here, and I remembered how intrigued I was when I unboxed it, because it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be when I bought it. When I bought it, I fully believed that I had to glue these on somehow, and I was thinking, how is this going to work? I haven't gone back yet to the product page to see if it was actually mentioned that you had to sew these on. But anyway, it was still intriguing, and I thought, well, why not start on this one? I didn't expect it to go as fast as it did in the end, so this was quite a bit of surprise. I started on the green one first, and yeah, it went very, very fast. I didn't exactly time it, but I needed around about an hour per flower. So you could count about 4 hours for all 4 flower heads, and about 2 hours for this part of the diamond painting, and I guess this is somewhere around an hour mark. So this is basically a 7 to 8 hour project. And I did this nearly all in one day. So I took breaks in between. I'm often quite bad at taking breaks, but I took breaks for this one. I worked on it Thursday, and I think not so much in the beginning of the day. Tried to take a nap, didn't achieve that, but at least I spent a few quality hours with the cat on the couch. And then I came back to attend some lives and to listen to some whip-in chats and stuff like that, and I got all the flowers done by the end of the day. All the flowers and all the leaves and the stalks of the flowers. And then on Friday morning I did the vast part of this painting. And I have to say, this kit was so much fun. It was really so much fun. First of all, the drill quality was freaking amazing. There's really nothing bad to say about these drills. I had no trash whatsoever for the cut drills. I had a few of the pearls that had the coating on the wrong side, on the bottom instead of the top, like it sometimes happens with these drills. But that's the only trash I had, and I had a few stragglers in with the pearls, which were actually AB diamonds instead of AB pearls, which was also nice. I picked those out and I will keep them together with my Diamond Art Club white AB drills. And yeah, I really would love to see more kits like that. Full disclosure, this kit came with exactly 1 needle, which broke on blossom number 9, so that was not very good. Afterwards I worked with my own needle. I think that's the one I got in my cross-stitch kit actually. And this one, don't know if you can see that, but it's all bent out of shape and broken. The eye is broken now. That happened, I think, at the beginning of the second painting, when I started on the second one. So I finished with this one. And I have a few things I would recommend when working on this kit, because this is a very tightly woven polyester canvas instead of the Aida the usual beaded cross stitch comes on. And getting a needle through this is very hard. It's super, super hard. So what I had to do, I used something I'm usually using for card making, which is this, it's a cutting mat with foam underneath, which you can use for, although in paper crafting it's called prickling, if you make tiny holes in your paper for whatever reason, for faux stitching or real stitching, because sometimes we paper crafters, we stitch paper, and there are a few of us who are actually deeply hated by their sewing machines, and we do it by hand. And we usually punch our holes in first with a pricking tool and using a mat like this. That's what I used. It helped immensely because I actually put it underneath this thing, pushed the needle through, it stuck in here, and then I lifted the canvas, and that pulled the needle actually through on its own without me having to pull. Speaking about pulling, you have to pull the thread very tight to get these flowers on tight, because these here are a bit more loose, but they are still fine. They are just rotating a lot when they are loose. But some of them, even if you pull, they will be so loose afterwards that they actually come off the canvas a little bit, and that's just not a nice look. You know, your blossoms drooping off the canvas, not nice. But the pulling means I doubled up on my thread. I think the amount provided was only for using one thread, not doubled up, because I ran out of thread halfway through the second painting because I doubled it up, and then I had to substitute it for mine, which wasn't a problem. I have enough white embroidery floss I can use for this, or I guess you could also try to use whatever kind of thicker cotton thread you have. I wouldn't try to use sewing thread, because that's going to rip every single bead you try to put in because of the pulling. So that was first and second tip. Use, if you have something like that, this prickling thing or something else soft, you can actually stick your needle in and make it a little easier for you. Double up your thread, but be ready to provide some of your own, because the stuff you're provided with won't last. And last but not least, to save your hand, I taped my fingers. I taped all 4 fingers here on the second. This one on the first, but no, on the first. I basically taped my fingers. I'm going to try to find the picture I sent Rachel while working on this, and I will put this in, because you will actually hurt yourself in the joints if you pull without protecting your fingers. This might be the one thing that might put you off this project. I don't know. It didn't for me, because I actually happen to be together with a physical therapist, and the one thing we have in abundance is tape. So I have enough of that around so that I can use it for pretty much anything. If you need a recommendation as far as tape goes, I would really recommend you get a roll of kinesiology tape. I hope that's how you pronounce it in English too. I know it's written the same way, but pronunciation, don't quote me on that. That's actually the tape stuff PTs use to, you know, the colorful stuff to tape muscles, to tape anything to make you feel better. It's also a wonderful tape if you want to protect your skin. And something I have been using it for a month, it actually sticks to opaque cover paper. It comes off easily, but it also sticks. So if you want to fold your paper back and have it folded back without using some kind of silicone sticky thingy you can get on Amazon, you can also use this tape. It works perfectly fine, and it's quite durable, so you don't have to throw it out after one painting. Just don't get it dirty on the sticky part. Anyway, so this is the green one, and I'm trying to give you a close-up on the flowers. As you can see, they have an AB coating as well. The centers are small pearl beads. And then you have the diamonds. I hope you can see that one of the green colors is actually AB. It's the one here. And they are all so incredibly sparkly. It's amazing. And then we have this part of the painting, and we have these gorgeous, gorgeous AB beads down here that are actually smooth like pearls. And they look fantastic. And then we have 3 different shades of gray to give the vase some stripes. If I had to nitpick anything about this, I don't like the printed background very much. I think it looks very uninspired. But that's pretty much the only thing. So this is the green one, and because this was so much fun, I decided to move on to the purple one right away. As you can see, the purple one has one more flower than the green one. Other than that, it's pretty similar. It, of course, doesn't have the exact same leaves. It's a tiny bit different. Same for the stalks. It's a bit different like the other one. But I believe the vase is the same, completely the same. It felt the same when I did it. Anyway, close up of the purple. And I love purple. So this was such a joy. I think that I had one very loose, yeah, here. You can, no you can't because my hand isn't, you can see how far this comes off. So this is one where I either didn't pull well enough, or it might also be a place where I had to knot off my thread. So I might come back and try to get this on a bit firmer than it actually is. Anything else I can say about this? No, this was just a joy to work on. And I have plenty of leftovers of everything except the thread. And of course the needle, because that broke too. I did work out of the bags for this one, so I did not kit it up. I just put it back in the bags afterwards and taped them shut with washi tape. But as you can see, I still have a lot of pearls left, I have a lot of sequins left, and I have quite a bit of every single bead color that was in this painting. I have especially a lot left of these wonderful beads I love so much, and I had in pretty much all of my special shape partials. So I have quite a stash of them now, and I'm totally not unhappy about that. So yeah, I can totally recommend this kit. It was so much fun to work on if you take the precautions of taping your fingers to protect your hand from all the pulling. They provided enough materials. It was just my decision to double up the thread that caused me to run out of the thread, but I fully expected that, really, so I was prepared for that. The one thing I would say they should improve is the needle they provide, because let me show you the needle I finished this with. These round beads are actually big enough that the hole fits a pretty sturdy needle. For comparison, that's the needle I used after the original one broke. You can see that's not just shorter, it's also a lot thinner. And the needle that was originally provided with this kit was even thinner than that one. So it's no wonder it broke right away. So if I could make a suggestion to them, please provide a very sturdy needle. It works just fine with these beads, no problem at all. And this is actually from this pack of embroidery needles I had in my stash. It's one of these 4 here on the right, as you can see. I guess it's a size 9. To be honest, I have no idea what that actually means as far as how thick this is, how long this is. Cross-stitching for me is, oh, needle, yeah, let's take that one. That's how I roll. But that's the needle I used after the second one broke. And I believe the second one was actually provided with my cross-stitch kit I did recently. Not sure anymore. Yeah, but like I said already once, I absolutely recommend that if you are interested in a kit that's a bit different, if you want to try something new, if you want to see if you would like sewing small beads on a canvas and don't want to go full beaded cross stitch quite yet, because that takes a lot longer than this project. This might be something you would like to try. And I guess the price, if I remember correctly, so it was something like 17 euros for both paintings, because they actually come in one canvas and I just cut them apart. That's pretty good. It's really pretty good. So yeah, that's it from me, guys. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, by all means, give it a thumbs down. Maybe consider telling me what you didn't like, because improving is very hard if you don't get feedback on what you did wrong. If you want to give me feedback on what I did right, or just want to say hello or whatever, drop me a comment below. I will do my best to reply to it as soon as possible. I really try to reply to all of your comments. I love reading them. I love replying to them. So please keep them coming. And if you don't want to comment but would still like to write me, there's an email address in the description box below, as well as my Instagram handle in case you would like to see my works in progress, because I put up pictures there nearly every day. I actually put up a few pictures of this project and the response was incredible. So many people seem to really love this, so wow, I was kind of surprised. Yeah, that's it, guys. Nothing more for me to say. This has been quite a long final review actually, so I probably shouldn't try to say anymore. Except for bye-bye.